Now we got it, I think. Okay, so welcome everyone to our virtual intro class. Did anyone have any trouble accessing the team or getting into the team for this meeting?
No.
Was it pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory?
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And I know, Sandra, you had emailed that you had gotten that message about something about asking if it was a work or a school account, and I know that people have gotten that messaging in the past. I know people have gotten that in the past, and I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to bypass that or what we did previously. So I'm working on that. And I feel like before it was always somehow tied in with the video stream. So I'm wondering if once we have the recording and we're able to upload the video, if when someone goes to watch the recording, I'm hoping they're able to view that, but I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go. Sorry, I know I'm trying to write down who's here, and Debbie, you probably already have that. We are going to do a brief overview of Microsoft Teams today, and some of you got a real brief overview when you were here in the office, just basically showing you how there are different channels down the left-hand side, how there are different tabs across the top, but we're going to hopefully walk you through a little bit more of how you can access what's in those channels, as well as a brief overview of Essential Ed. Now, again, some of you may have been in there previously if you have like started and stopped classes with us previously, but we have kind of reactivated you in Essential Ed, and we'll walk you through how to access that as well. So welcome. We're so glad you're here. If you have other friends who did the testing or came to orientation, please, we want them. we want them as students. So please help them join if they're having trouble joining. Debbie, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you, and you can, if you want to screen share. I don't know if you wanted to start out with that video or whatever you wanted to start with. So thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am Debbie Miller. I am the instructional specialist with the Adult Ed program. And all that means for you all is I'm the one that if you need special instruction or you need some materials perhaps that your teachers don't know about, you talk to the teacher about what you need, and then they get in touch with me. So to that end, you didn't meet me in orientation, you met Melanie. But moving forward, I'm going to be working with Melanie in this team. And what I want to do is I'm going to share with you a short video. And let's see. In this, so everybody should now see a video screen, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show you a quick video. It's like 2.5 minutes long, just to give you an introduction to signing into Microsoft Teams for the first time if you are a student. Hopefully you can hear this.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Microsoft Teams for Education makes it easy for you to connect with your classmates and teachers online. Let's get started. First, sign in to office.com with your school email and password. Open your email to see if you've received a link from your teacher to join a class team. If you don't have a link, select the Teams app, or just type in teams.microsoft.com to get going. You can either download the Teams app for your computer, mobile device, or use it right in your browser. Every class you're in at school will have its own team. Select Teams at any time to return to the screen and choose a different team. To enter a team, select it. Every class has a general channel, which is the main discussion area you share with your teachers and classmates. You may also have additional channels that your teacher created to organize groups or topics. Select Files to view all of your documents shared by your classmates or teacher, including a read-only class materials folder with resources your teacher can add. Select Assignments to view all of your homework in this class, as well as quizzes that have been assigned to you. Select Activity to view everything that's happening across all of your class teams, including any new assignments, as well as notifications when someone mentions you in a conversation or reacts to a post you made. If enabled by your school, select Chat to communicate with small groups or one-on-one with your teacher or a classmate. Finally, select your profile icon to personalize Teams with your own photo. You're ready to go. To study up on all things Microsoft Teams for Education, check out support.office.com/education.
All right, so as I said, that was a really short video that we just wanted to show you. And so now what I want to do is start showing you the team that you're in. All right. So, whoops. Sorry, it started it over again. I'm terrible with that. All right, so you should still see my screen, correct? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you have here is you can ignore the video is up here in the corner, probably. All right, so this is the Intro to Adult Ed December-January class, because some people started just having access to a few things in December, and most everybody's in January. All right, so what we want to do is, the purpose of this intro class is to ease you back into education. I mean, let's face it, you probably haven't done much. If I don't do math often, I totally forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So, you know, it's hard. So we're just going to go over a few things. As the video said, over here on the left-hand side is the name. I believe there are 3 ellipses next to yours. I have a few things that you do not have because I am the owner of this team. All right. So you'll see here in general, and there is a camera. That means we are recording right now. Anytime you are in a classroom with your teachers and they tell you that they're going to record it, you are giving your permission by participating. If you do not wish to be on the video, you need to let them know. But generally, we haven't figured out how to share it with anybody. So that's a good thing on your part. All right, and then we do have it broken down with channels, and you will see the channels over here on the left-hand side. The general channel is where we will post things. This is where you can have conversations with Melanie. You'll see all the assignments posting in here. You'll see that here's our meeting now box. All right. It's real. If you do not mind having everybody in the classroom seeing your post, you post it in general. All right. Up across the top, we have a files tab. And this is where the class materials folder will be those materials that are read-only, that obviously I haven't put anything in here. Only I can add to that. All right, you can't. But if there is ever an assignment and it says, go to the files and find this file, this is where it would be, is in the class materials. All right. Still up here at the top, we're going to ignore Class Notebook because it's not an easy thing for anyone to use, and it's really just more confusing than we need to worry about. Let's go to assignments. Here is where you will find a general list of all of your assignments. You'll see what has been assigned and generally what the due dates are. All right. You can go up here under grades and find out if Melanie or I have graded it. Pretty much if you do it, it's, we grade it and give it right back to you. But when you are assigned to a class, that's a way for you and the teacher to communicate, to know that you've achieved 80% or better, because that's what we're looking for. If you struggle with the concept and you didn't get 80 or above, then it is the responsibility of the teacher to go back and give you additional work. All right. Next, we have this button called Essential Education. Essential Education is our online learning management system. All right. This is where you will go to do your online work. I believe you have all should have received an invitation to join this. If for some reason you choose not to go through the team, which I have to stress, please go through the team. You have to remember that it's essentialed.com/start/ACM. If you forget the ACM part, you will not be able to find the study materials that we have. All right, so we're going to go over Essential Ed here in a few minutes. All right, there is also a calendar that we try to fill, just to let you know. Here's the welcome, here's the motivation live. You can see on here, it brings up a calendar. How do I get out of that? Now that's the question. Okay. Well, crud. There we go. All right, let's cancel this. Sorry, I had a bar that was in the way. And then the last button over here, there's a plus. That's if I wanted to add a tab. You should not have a plus there. The down arrow tab options, again, you are not allowed to create any of those tabs. Only Melanie and I are. All right. So those are just your tabs across the top of your general channel. All right. So these are called channels over here on the left-hand side. Any questions so far on the tabs across the top?
I actually muted the participants just because there was a little background noise. So if you do have a question, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to keep going then. All right, so then the next channel down is the welcome channel. All right, what we want you to do is simply explore. Here is a cute little, just a gif of these silly sheep welcoming you to our program. All right. You'll notice that our tabs across the top have now changed. We now have posts. We have files. Again, if I wanted to put a file in here, I could put a file in. I could make some notes. Generally speaking, we don't use notes. It is because it goes to the class notebook and we don't want to bother with that. All right. So again, check out the posts. Assessment. This is for those individuals who choose to do remote testing. All right. There are guidelines. You will not have to worry about this because we don't really use assessment unless Melanie decides that she needs to do something remotely. All right. Moving down, we have motivation. On Wednesday, Melanie will meet you in this channel because she will discuss some motivation activities, how to keep you focused and engaged in your learning. All right. Moving down, you'll notice that my numbers don't go in order. That's because I've put things in, I've taken things out, and we change things. All right, next is success. This is where you will find some materials that will help you with your success. Again, Melanie will work with this on probably Wednesday and or Thursday or Friday. I could put files in here. Some assignments might populate in here, but not yet. All right, online learning. This is where the Essential Ed, you'll notice that up here across the top, we now have this Essential Education button again. This is one more time where you can go right here to Essential Ed to log into your online learning management system. You'll also notice that in this channel, we have 2 assignments right here. Right here, the first one, due January 13th. That's 2 days from now. And you're thinking, well, what do I do about this? Well, we want to view the assignment. So I click on view the assignment. Let's go in here and, all right, so this is what you will see. Online learning survey and the instructions. How tech savvy are you? Click on the link and answer the questions. Okay, so then you click on the link and it should automatically take you to a student online learning survey. And you answer these questions. It seems like it's 21 questions. It seems like a lot. They're all yes and no mostly. All right. Once you hit submit, you have finished that, and then it'll show up in grades that you completed it. All right. If I go back to online learning, here's another assignment due January 15th. Now, it's not due yet. You don't have to do it, or you can get started on it, because don't wait till the last minute. All right. We'll come back to this one because essential education takes a bit of time to explain. All right. So moving on down, that is in the online learning channel. Next, you don't have instructor only. Don't worry about it. Remote testing. Again, that's the device check. You are not going to have to worry about that one. And we have resources. Now, that's where you will find information about the Western Maryland Consortium, perhaps Allegheny College of Maryland. Let's go back up here and let's look at my assignments. Look at all of your assignments that you have to do. All right. Explore the Intro to Adult Ed classroom. Well, let's see what that means, because we're actually doing it now, but explore each of the channels in the Intro to Adult Ed class. Post one question or comment on each channel under posts. Then come back in a day and respond to someone else's question or comment on each channel. By Friday, oops, typo. By this Friday, you will make 16 comments, 8 original and 8 replies. This is something that a lot of classes will do, in that you have to post and respond. All right. All you have to do, we've gone through it. Now all you have to do is start making your comments, and then it'll tell me that it's time to score it. You also notice over here, let's see what we have, an immersive reader. So if you needed it,
Explore the Intro to Adult Ed classroom. Due January 12th.
so the immersive reader will read it out loud. All right. So if you see the icon over here on the right that has a book and the speaker, it means immersive reader. It will read it out loud to you. If you need it, use it. All right. So that's an assignment. Let's go back to our assignments. Let's see. There's learning from failure. I believe I need to change some of these due dates. Remind me to do that. Learning from failure is a quick video you watch. TABE practice, we're going to work on that. Getting to know you survey, I showed you that one. Online learning survey. ACM virtual tour. You can't go out onto campus right now and take a physical tour, but you can take a virtual tour. You're going to watch some videos. You're going to answer some questions. Maryland Workforce Exchange. If you are interested in a job, or now or in the future, I highly recommend the Maryland Workforce Exchange, the Western Maryland Consortium. Those two are both wonderful resources to help you with jobs. All right. Essential education. I've already remote testing guidelines. All right. So those are your channels and your assignments. Melanie and I will go on and we will check. When you are graded, you get a post that says something has been graded, and we go from there. All right. Any questions so far? I feel like I'm going really fast and doing all the talking. Okay. Let's go to the essential education assignment. All right. All right. This is what you get. So you open this and it says, open the attached document for step-by-step instructions for logging into your essential education account. All right. So if I click on this, it will open it up. It does not matter if you have Word, Microsoft Word, or not on your computer. You have it because you are in a team. And as part of the Microsoft 365 team, you have it. All right. So you could write your email address, or excuse me, the email address that we have given you. I need to change that because I think, no, that's what we were using now. You write your password. Do not use Internet Explorer. It does not like it. You really should use Google Chrome. All right. And then just read through the directions. All right. That's what that's here for. Now, okay, here, assignment. Now that we have explored the essential education platform, start learning. Spend a minimum of 3 hours this coming week working through the computer essentials skills modules. That's all you have to do. All right. So let's go back here and let's sign into Essential Ed, because remember, I told you, wow, it's already up here. So we're going to hit this tab, Essential Education, and it should pull up a thing where it says username and password. So I think this is me as a student. Okay, dkmiller@hotmail.com. Now, the question is, what is my password for this? That's where I have problems because I don't remember. Okay, that's not what I wanted. How do I exit out of this?
Amanda, I think you are the only one that we created an email for this time around. So I think that's written down on that green paper of yours.
Yeah, I got it.
Big. Okay. And then Catherine Ann, I just went ahead and used your, I think it was the CA dot, then your last name and the number. That will be your sign in for Essential Ed. And then Sandra, I think your email was also just part of your name. And I think you've already had a chance to sign into Essential Ed. So just, I didn't want anyone to be confused and think, oh, shoot, was I supposed to set up a different email? I think Amanda's the only one that got another email this time around.
I am trying to find me. I got married recently. I'm not sure what I'm in here as. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, and I also have dogs.
Me too.
I'm not. Oh, here I am. Here I am. That's me. Let me see what my password is. Everybody can see it, by the way. No, I don't have a password. Do I? I'm going to change my password real quick. Let's see if that worked. Okay. Because I really want you guys to see how to sign in, or what you see. All right. So you put your username. If I did this right. Oops. I maybe forgot to tell myself that I was active. I don't know. All right. Oh, Melanie.
Do you want me to try to activate you?
Yeah.
I'll try.
Because, all right, let me stop sharing here real quick. All right. Does anybody have any questions while we try to? I'm sorry, I thought I had this right. Is my camera on now?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see me. There we go. All right. So does anyone have any questions? I feel, like I said, I talk really fast.
Nope.
Okay. Essential education, while we're working on getting me activated.
Try it now.
Okay, Essential Education is again, I said it's our online learning management system. And hopefully it'll work. Let me see here. And this is where you're going to get most of your instruction. Almost there, folks. All right, here we go. All right, let me go back here and start sharing again. All right. All right. All right, I'm going to take over again. All right. So now can everybody see Essential Ed?
Yeah.
Okay. So I signed in and now it's asking me, are you studying at school during class? Most of the time you're going to say no. All right. No. This week, no. And I have to have communication consent. That's new. Sure. All right. It says start studying by selecting a course from one of our course groups above or click one to begin. Now, what we have done is we have opened for you all this week, Computer Essentials. All right. Learn the computer skills that employers demand, plus a certificate of achievement to prove it. Now, you might be asking, well, why do I care about employers? Because I'm trying to get my diploma. This is true. However, it's called a transferable skill. Anything that you learn in this is transferable to how you learn in a regular classroom. When this week is finished and we put you into a regular class academy, you have to have already demonstrated that you know how to use the team, you know how to use Essential Ed, you know how to discipline yourself to be able to do this. All right. So I'm going to click on Computer Essentials, and you'll see that this brings up my my dashboard. Let's go here because I haven't started this one. All right. There are 3 different parts over here on the left: key applications and information, living online, and computing fundamentals. All right. So let's start if we start here with Computer Essentials, create your learning plan. The first thing you want to do is to take a self-assessment. All right. Just click on it. This other one gives me, I want to take an assessment test or I want to take a self-assessment. Doesn't matter which one you want to do. Do you want an untimed practice test to get practice with test questions, or do you want to take an assessment test to get started quickly? Again, it's either way you want to do it. All right. Once I will start it, you will see that I'm just going to choose random. Oh,
Hi,
this is
I'm
Leonard.
You've decided to use a self-evaluation tool to determine what areas you need to study in key applications and information. There is no grade for this. This is just our time to figure out a learning plan that works best for you.
All right. So Leonard shows up. He is your on-screen teacher. All right. You go through, you'll see over here on the left-hand side are all of these different topics that you have to go through. I don't recommend doing this, but I'm going to skip what Leonard has to say. There's going to be
problem carefully and see if you can select the right answer. If you don't know how to do it, no worries. Just click, I don't know how to do this.
So you see that there's all kinds of
That's okay. We'll include this unit in your learning plan.
all right. So I'm just going to do that for everything so that I
That's
can
okay.
just finish
We'll include this.
and get back to where we need. So you see, I'm just,
That's okay.
Leonard talks a lot. Leonard is,
That's okay.
he's very helpful. There are a few.
That's okay.
So I'm going to get a lot on my learning plan.
That's okay. We'll include the.
I'm going to submit my questions because I'm finished.
You missed a lot of these questions, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know what areas you need to work on.
All right. So I submit
I'm going to
that.
start you at the beginning of the key applications and information course. Click submit to get back to the homeroom.
All right. So I hit submit and I'm going back to my homeroom. Now you'll see that the screen that previously was completely blank is now populated with all different information. We have here in the middle, we have a learning plan. That's where you're going to go to find your lessons. There's a tab back here for review. Once you have done some work in your learning plan, you can go into current review. All right. On the right-hand side is a progress bar. You'll see that I'm in progress. There is an assessment test. There's practice detail. Anything that's in blue is usually a hyperlink. If we scroll down, we're going to see mastery, and I'm going to aim for green. I'm going to aim for platinum because that's the best. It's going to tell me my study time. How much time am I putting in on everything? Again, you are looking for 3 hours a week. When you get assigned to your general class after this week, we are looking for upwards of 6 hours of online instruction. All right. You can see your coursework here, complete units to see your progress here, assessments, essentials, final assessment. Here are some free resources. Usually they are additional directions. All right, you can see it just keeps opening. Here's a jig zone, online jigsaw puzzles, draw a line with your mouse, things like that. Back down here again is Leonard. There's Leonard again. All right. It is in all likelihood going to take you about an hour and a half to do the key applications, because you can see this lesson takes about 25 minutes. It might take you the full 3 hours. In order for you to earn the certificate, you actually have to complete all 3 key applications and information, everything in learning online, and everything in computing fundamentals. That's going to require more than 3 hours. The minimum that you put in is 3 hours. You can do everything in here. We do not set a limit on how much time you can put in. All right. So certainly, by all means, feel free to do more. Living online, I actually have started just to show you some things here. Let's see. Here's my learning plan. Here's my assignments that obviously I'm not doing. These are all of my assignments that I haven't done because I've just started things just to show. Here's my review. Now you notice,
Debbie, excuse me, those assignments in that assignments tab, are those same 5 assignments going to show up for everyone, or how do people know that they're there?
It's going to be determined by your learning plan. Good question, Melanie. Everybody's learning plan is different based on how you do. This system is not going to teach you something you already know. All right. I probably did with this one the same way I did. I just hit a lot of random answers.
So it's based on kind of like that initial locator assessment. Yes. Okay, got it.
It's a locator, you know, and it doesn't want to teach you anything. I can actually try to test out of social interaction if I wanted to. If I didn't feel like doing all these assignments and I could pass a test, I could do it. It's really up to you. If you look down here on study time, you can see that, let's see, all the time that I have spent on this, I haven't spent, here's 30 minutes. Here's less than 10 minutes. I'm not spending a lot of time. So clearly, I'm not doing my coursework very much. So you all need to be aware that you can check your study time, but your teachers also are going to be checking your study time. All right. On Friday, before Melanie places you in a class, she's going to ask me if you all have done at least 3 hours online, and I'm going to check. And if you haven't, that's one of the requirements. All those assignments on the team plus 3 hours on this that we want you to do because we think you will be better prepared for the rigors of the learning. Does that make sense? Here's again, you can see assessments, computer essentials, final assessment. Oh, there's Leonard again. Here's some more computing fundamentals, you know, different files. Sometimes they look a lot, it looks like it's all the same. Maybe it is, I don't know. So again, what we want you to do, I'm going to go back to now my class and turn this off. So I'm going to stop sharing. And now I'm going to ask anybody if, because I'm just about finished all of my ramblings. I really want to open it up to you 3 ladies. If you have any questions or concerns that you want to speak to in the whole group, if not, one thing that I don't know if it showed you, but here, if you go down and you pull up the bar across the bottom that shows 3 ellipses, oh no, I'm sorry. Show the conversation. If you want to just send a conversation to just Melanie, you can do it for just Melanie, or you can send it to everybody. All right. So what are we thinking here, folks? What do you think, ladies?
How do you do just one person?
You want to just send it to one person? All right.
Yeah,
Go to show conversation.
Okay.
And put the @ sign, so the number shift 2.
Okay.
And put do you want to send, like, if you want to send it to Mel, just put M. You start typing her name.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah.
Okay, so if you do that, you can send a message to just her during this meeting. Now, how about if when you're just in class? Let me take over again here. Okay. Oops. All right. So let's say you just wanted to send her a quick message. And if you go over here to the left-hand side and you see the button chat, you can actually just chat. And here's the pencil. You do, and again, you put @ and you put Melanie Valentine's name in. Now you can chat with her just all by herself. Oops, sorry. You shouldn't see that. There we go. All right. So if you go to the left-hand side, you'll see the buttons activity, chat, teams, assignments, calendar. Does everybody see that on the left-hand side? Activity is where anything that is posted in your team classroom is going to show up there. So a new assignment, it'll show up there. Somebody says at Amanda, it'll show up there. If you have a chat, if you want to just talk one-on-one to somebody and you don't want the whole world to see, you go to the chat.
Okay. I have a question.
Yep.
What about the hand on there? It says raise hand. Okay,
so the raise hand, that's during a class. So let's say if I was in control of everything, okay, so my desktop, I had taken over the desktop again, which I don't want to do. And you had a question, you could raise your hand, and now it's telling me your hand is raised. I now know I can look down here in the corner and see that Melanie Valentine's hand is raised. All right. So I know now, oh, wait a minute, I need to go there and I can call on her and say, Melanie, what do you have a question? What can I help you with?
Yeah.
Okay. So that you will see that just when we do team meetings like we're doing right now.
Okay.
Okay. You also see along that bar, you see the people.
Yeah.
Mine shows me a number 1 right now. That means that there is a new comment in those, and that's where I see the hand raised. Okay. And if Sandra or Catherine, or Annie, if you have a question, you need to unmute yourself. But so Amanda, does that help you with that?
Yeah.
Okay. When you are in the team, Melanie and I both should come up like if you did an @D, I'm Deborah Formuth, I should come up. You can send either one of us messages at any time. We're not going to check it at 10 o'clock at night, but if you are doing it at 10 o'clock at night or 2 a.m. or whenever, you're certainly welcome to send us a message. And Melanie and I generally work 9 to 2 most days. And then, so that's when you can expect to get a reply from one of us.
Okay.
That's for everybody. And I know some of you have already started your assignments, which is fantastic. So when we get done here,
I did.
So that's good. What Melanie is doing is she will keep track of your time. So like this is an hour of time. We are looking for all of this week. We'll take about maybe up to, what is it? 7 hours, I think. I think it's about 7 hours. 7, 8, 9, Yeah, I think 7 hours. Is that right, Melanie?
Well, that's not of us meeting, so don't get
No.
worried and think you're
Oh.
going to be bored with
Oh,
us for 7 hours. No.
No. Oh, whew, that's really good. No, what that means is, sorry, there are 3 hours that you do online with Essential Ed, up to 3 hours of this class, but then all those assignments that you're doing, you're actually earning time. So let's say work interferes one time and you can't be on a meeting on Wednesday. And because of work, there are assignments. Each assignment is given a weight. You've probably been in school, you know all about weighted assignments, which I always hated because it was math. But so every time you do an assignment, we give you credit for time. All right. With the number that we are aiming for is 12 hours. We need you to have 12 hours of work by this Friday. And 7 of it is pretty easy. 3, if you meet with Melanie one-on-one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that's 3. 3 more hours of Essential Ed, there's 6. You're going to get a lot more than 7 hours. You're going to get your 12 hours when you do all the assignments. Thank you, Melanie. I totally would have freaked him out with that one.
You're not stuck with us for that long.
No.
I did want to point out, though, when Debbie was sharing her screen and when she did go into the assignments, you might have noticed that some of those, it came up that people had viewed the assignments. And maybe if you viewed it, you might have, you might only just have to click the submit. I feel like sometimes people were running into that last time around where they thought they had submitted an assignment, they completed it, or they had, ran the device check or whatnot. You just don't forget to submit your assignments.
Right. Sometimes a device check, obviously there's nothing for us to verify. So if you've run it and it's all good, you hit submit and it's finished. Thank you. That's a really good way. We just need to pay attention to all of the assignments. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to find all of my typos, like where I said November, because I just keep reusing the same assignments. But I will make sure that all the dates are updated.
I have a question too.
Sure.
So when is the classes? Is it Monday and Wednesdays, or what is it?
This week, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2:00. Now, depending on how you did on that TABE assessment, when you took that from Melanie, she will look at your TABE assessment scores.
Mine's horrible.
Well, and determine where you, based on where you live, as to what class we might assign you. Everything is online right now. I noticed you have a child at home, so maybe she's going to have the computer and internet tied up in the morning. You might need an evening class. We have morning classes and evening classes. We have afternoon classes. We have strictly online class where you don't meet like this one-on-one with an instructor. The best way to learn truly is face-to-face like this, where you can ask questions and get a live and immediate response.
One-on-one, yeah.
Yeah. So by Friday, Melanie will have determined that based on a lot of this information.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good questions. Anybody else?
I have to go to Morgantown tomorrow, so I won't be on here.
You don't, and that's the thing. If you let's face it, I don't know about you, but life happens.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to go places. You have to take care of kids. You have a job. We do not want this to interfere with that important life stuff. If you have a job, you have a kid, you've got to take care of them first.
I got 7 kids altogether.
Holy mackerel. Okay. So, all right. When you have 7, you got a lot. Really, you don't have that many hands. But we want to make this education available for you when you are available. All right. So again, if you're working all day long, we have an evening class, and if you have an appointment and you cannot make a scheduled class meeting, the most important thing is to be in touch with your teachers to make sure that they are aware of that. And then along with every online class, we have print materials that we will give you. And I'm looking around my desk just to see if there's anything laying here that I can show you. And of course, I don't have anything in my hand. You are given a booklet, and that is yours to use. You can write in it. So if you are unable to get online with somebody, we have assignments that you do, and you submit it to your teacher that way. So we will try to accommodate your schedule to the best of our ability. And then the more you engage, the more you learn.
This is kind of not really, but it would just look like a workbook.
Here we go.
Similar to this.
Yeah.
And you would, I mean, this just has, it would have actual problems in it that you could write in and figure out. But this is not a good example either.
You know what? It's so funny because my living or my dining room is full of all kinds of materials and not a single score boost in sight.
I know, I'm trying to find,
But, so anyway, you'll be given a workbook similar to this, and it has assignments in it. And if, you take a picture of it and you send the picture to your teacher, and we give you credit for doing that. All right. So please keep in mind, we want to do everything that we possibly can to help you succeed. And the most important part is just to be in communication with your instructor. All right. If at some point you cannot reach your instructor, Melanie is your first call. And Melanie is the person in our program that works directly with students. I work more with the instructors to make sure that what you tell Melanie you need, she tells me. So I have to listen to her. All right. Melanie, do you have anything else, or have we kept these ladies long enough?
No, I think we covered everything we needed to for today. Just to put it out there, what Debbie was saying, you will be able to do the online chat with your instructors. You will have access to their email. Some of them, share their phone number. So it's really up to the instructor, but once you get placed in your official class, you will have more than one way to get in touch with them as well.
Hey, Melanie.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I remember when I asked you about the teacher, if I can get him or not?
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
No.
I have that. I put that in my mind. Hey, Amanda, did you see in the chat where I put that phone number?
Yeah, I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yep,
and
thank you.
anyone else who is interested in following up with the consortium.
And you all will learn about the Western Maryland Consortium when you do an assignment. You're going to explore their site. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything, I need to get off because I have a 3:00 meeting.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. And Melanie, just don't forget to hit stop recording.
Okay. I will. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording now.
Okay.
So I don't forget. Oops.